In this video, we're going to do domain and range for some word problems that we have. When we're doing domain and range, we want to always list all the possible values from lowest to highest. And there's two different ways we can do that, or at least write them down. We don't want to write down every single one because, imagine like on this problem, X is going to be the number of hours. We can have 0.6 of an hour, 0.7 of an hour, 0.8 of an hour, all those decimals in between. So the way that we're going to write them down is as an interval, and I'm going to show you how to use inequalities as well. So let's go through the problem. We have a boy works 10 hours at $9 per hour on a given week. Let Y be his earnings at any time during the week, and X be the number of hours worked any time during the week. Okay, so domain are the list of all the X's, the range of the list of all the Y's. It says X is the hours, so domain are our hours. Range is the money that he's earning. And again, what we want to do is we write the lowest to the highest. So I'm going to show us interval notation first. Okay, so looking at this, the lowest that he works is 0 hours. Think about like when he first starts working and he clocks in, it doesn't start counting at 1 hour, it counts counting at 0 hours. Then it says he works a total of 10 hours in that week. So we're going to go from 0 to 10. And that is it. That's the interval. We use square brackets because it means that we exist. He does work for 0 hours. That's a possibility. And he works for 10 hours. That's also a possibility. And anything in between these, he can work. Okay. Another way that you can write it would be using inequalities. So we have 0 is less than or equal to X, which is less than or equal to 10, right? Because X is literally in between these two numbers, 0 hours and 10 hours. Okay, so it's more or equal to 0, but less than or equal to 10. The range is how much money he made. Well, the lowest he makes is 0, because when he first starts working, he has 0 hours, and 0 times 9 is going to give us 0. The most he can work is 10 hours. 10 times 9 is going to give us a total of $90 is the maximum he can earn. So on this inequality over here, this compound inequality will look like this. The Y value is bigger than 0, but less than 90. Okay, so that is our domain and range for this specific problem. Go ahead and pause the video. Try the same thing for this problem. Okay. Now that you've unpaused the video, let's go through it. A factory produces candy at a rate of 25 pieces every minute for an entire hour. Let Y be the amount of candy produced in X amount of minutes. Okay, so all the total possibilities that we can list, we're going to write them as an interval because there's too many to write down, and we're going to write them as an inequality because you can see it in both ways. The domain are the list of X values, and those are all minutes. So we're in minutes for the domain. Range will be the number of pieces of candy. So I'm just going to put candy here. The lowest amount of minutes that this factory is producing is 0. The most it produces is for an entire hour. That hour has 60 minutes in it. Okay, again, I can write this as an inequality over here. Make sure we're using X for domain. There you go. 0 is less than or equal to X, which is less than or equal to 60. Candy that's made goes here. So we're going to have 0 pieces of candy made. And then we're going to have to multiply 25 times 60. And that is 1,500 pieces of candy. So 0 is less than or equal to Y, which is less than or equal to 1,500. Okay, that's how we do domain and range for some word problems. I hope that made sense. If it doesn't, please leave a comment or feel free to send me an email.